Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's good to see you back as we begin another busy week. On the schedule tomorrow, President Trump will travel to Florida to attend the opening of a new detention facility for illegal immigrants. The center is located at the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport in the middle of the Everglades. He will be joined by Secretary Kristi Noem, Governor Ron DeSantis, Congressman Byron Donalds, and other state and local officials. We look forward to seeing many of you there. This facility, informally called Alligator Alcatraz, is highly isolated, accessible by a single road and otherwise only by air. Surrounded by harsh terrain and dangerous wildlife, it will hold up to 5,000 beds for processing, detaining, and deporting criminal illegal aliens. It represents a cost-efficient and effective step in carrying out what will be the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. We are coming off a historic week of victories for President Trump and the American people. As Commander-in-Chief, he restored peace through strength, eliminating the immediate threat of Iran's nuclear program, and then brokering a ceasefire between Israel and Iran, which continues to hold. The president also secured a major diplomatic win in the Netherlands, where NATO allies agreed to dedicate 5% of their GDPs to defense spending, an achievement that strengthens both the United States and the alliance. Domestically, thanks to America's renewed energy dominance, gas prices are now at their lowest level in 4 years as we approach Independence Day. Meanwhile, the U.S. economy is surging. The stock market continues to climb, with both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ reaching record highs. On this note of economic growth, I share with you a message from President Trump to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The president has consistently emphasized that the American economy is thriving. Many so-called experts once claimed his policies would hurt growth, yet we've seen the opposite. Deregulation has accelerated, inflation has dropped significantly compared to the previous administration's reckless spending, and confidence is strong. President Trump, a businessman first, has once again proven that his economic approach works, just as it did in his first term. The remaining challenge is high interest rates, which continue to burden the American people. Families and businesses deserve access to affordable borrowing. Today, the president sent a direct note to the Fed chair urging action on this matter. If you take a look at this chart, it shows the interest rates across various countries around the world. At the very top, Switzerland is paying just 0.25%. Other nations with lower rates than the United States include Cambodia, Japan, Denmark, Thailand, Botswana, Barbados, Taiwan, Bulgaria, Cuba, Sweden, Morocco, Cape Verde, South Korea, Algeria, Canada, Albania, Libya, Malaysia, China, New Zealand, Trinidad and Tobago, the Czech Republic, Bolivia, Australia, Costa Rica, the Bahamas, Kuwait, Papua New Guinea, Bosnia, the United Kingdom, and the UAE. All of these countries enjoy lower interest rates than the United States, even though America has one of the strongest and fastest-growing economies in the world. In response, the president sent this note to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Jerome, you are, as usual, too late. You have cost the United States a fortune and continue to do so. You should lower the rate significantly. Hundreds of billions of dollars are being lost, and there is no inflation. And the president is absolutely correct. Thanks to President Trump's policies, inflation is at historically low levels, and we remain committed to driving down the cost of living for American families. We will continue our efforts to reduce burdensome regulations, and just as importantly, we are focused on passing what the president calls one big, beautiful bill, the largest package of tax cuts in American history. This legislation has been a top priority for the White House. The president himself has been in constant communication with lawmakers throughout the weekend to push it forward, and both he and our team are working tirelessly to secure its passage. The bill has highlighted a sharp contrast between Republicans and Democrats in 2025. Democrats have embraced radical, destructive policies that threaten the foundation of our country. Consider their nominee for New York City Mayor, Zohran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed socialist and, by all accounts, a communist. He has openly called for defunding the police, promoted anti-Semitic rhetoric, praised pro-Hamas groups, advocated for the elimination of Israel, and insisted that wealthy Americans should not exist. These are his own words, spoken as recently as this past weekend. In contrast, Republicans, under President Trump's leadership, are fighting for hard-working, middle-class Americans who re-elected this president to lead a revolution of common sense. All of that vision is captured in this historic bill. This legislation provides the largest middle and working-class tax cuts in U.S. history. It secures our nation by delivering the single largest one-time investment in border protection, a measure strong enough to reverse the Biden border crisis. Yet every Democrat opposes these provisions, standing against securing the border and deporting millions of criminal illegal aliens. The bill also safeguards Medicaid for eligible citizens, including pregnant women, children, seniors, and people with disabilities, by cutting out the waste, fraud, and abuse that threaten to undermine the program. Democrats in Congress oppose these reforms, despite the fact that 1.44 million illegal aliens are currently receiving benefits that should be reserved for American taxpayers. Their priority is protecting illegal immigrants over supporting hardworking Americans. Furthermore, the legislation strengthens our military, enhances national defense, and invests in a cutting-edge missile defense system known as the Golden Dome to protect against emerging threats. And critically, it makes President Trump's tax cuts permanent. The President and the White House are absolutely determined to see this bill signed into law. Republicans must remain strong and united in this final stretch. We are counting on them to deliver this victory for the American people.